Hey everyone, and welcome to a random assortment of videos here for my Let's Play. Just a randomized Let's Play, nothing spectacular, just figured I'd, chit-chat with y'all, sit down, play around, let you guys view a couple of good games that I had back in 8.3, actually. I've been meaning to record these ever since I actually got them, but they were in the middle of my British-Chinese progression Let's Play. So I figured, you know what, show you guys one of the good matches I had here. It was a scouting run, actually, that I was attempting to do, because I found myself at the very bottom of this magnificent little battle here. So, you know what, figured I'd be like, hey, why not, save this one for another day, and that's what I'm doing. Figured I'd just chat it out with y'all and hang out and whatnot else. As I said, typically I'm rotating back and forth between, the Chinese tank and then going to the British tanks and doing those, and then going back and forth for the Let's Play. Then really had a chance to just chit-chat and share what's up, what's going on, As you see, a lot of different things are happening with the channel, lots of different videos. I haven't really done a live stream because I've been prepping for a bigger live stream, stuff like that. So, figured I'd cover all that, just have a little fun with the game anyway, and just, show you guys and clean out some things that I had going on here, and then finally I'd hopefully move out of 8.3 and into 8.4 completely in terms of any replays and saves and anything else that I have. And, yeah, so a lot of stuff to cover, needless to say. And I have plenty of time to do it, so I don't know how I'm going to possibly fill up all the time with chit-chatting, other than just having random filler and, whatnot else. But, as you see me doing here, there's not a whole heck of a lot I know I can do. I'm just spinning around in circles, just kind of scouting and whatnot. Nothing spectacular, especially when I know that there's not a lot this little tank can do against some tier 8s, but you never know. Lucky shots here and there can make all the difference in the world. That's something that recently I've been having a lot of trouble with World of Tanks, and as you all probably, if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, have seen me rage and complain about, is just I have such hard times getting wins lately. I've been doing upwards of 5,000 damage in artillery and still pulling a loss, and I've really noticed that if I'm doing that much damage, typically it means we're going to lose. That if I do low-ends amounts of damage, that means we're going to win. High-ends amount of damage, probably going to lose. And it's just the way the game works out and how my play style. I'm a little more reserved when it comes to artillery pieces, and when I'm more aggressive, it sometimes is rewarded, sometimes isn't. But just overall, I've been having a little more trouble. I think I need to re-evaluate exactly how I'm playing the game, figure out which would work better for me, try and get back to the basics, figure out why I'm not playing so hot, kind of work some things out, figure out what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and then make it work from there, because, yeah, I'm having tons of trouble, pulling the heavy victories I've been used to, pulling down mega numbers in terms of damage, and, well, no, I haven't had trouble pulling down damage. I've been averaging damn near 3,000 every single time. But more along the lines of having trouble getting, high-scoring efficiency games, so on and so forth. And I really need to almost pull away from doing the efficiency that I'm used to. I really need to move it back into a better, just play the game to play the game, as opposed to go for the efficiency points. I almost need to get XVM, customize it a bit for myself. Remove, like, the efficiency numbers and focus primarily just on, damage dealt, stuff like that. Not worry too much about anything else, instead of going after the, the defense points or the cap points or the spotting or the kills or anything else. Just go for straight up damage and then go from there, not worry about too much else. So it's going to be nice here as I wreck this T-20 from behind. He's not going to be able to spin in time. Nope. Now I got to deal with a 36 who can easily kill me. Provided I can get behind the rocket, should be alright. Yeah, safety. And then, of course, he's looking the other way, so I can start laying into him again. But, yeah, so overall, I mean, a lot of what's been going on has been a little bit of frustration on my end, which is silly that I've been getting frustrated over a game, and, a game that, 90% of it is out of my control. So, with that actually wrapped up that battle. So, we'll go ahead and take a look at the stats real quick for this one. So, not too bad here, as you can see. Pulled off a mastery in that little Stuart, and I love that little thing. It's fantastic. I must say that, got a lot of spotting, a lot of damage seen, and then, of course, killing a few different tanks here. Killing the 22 artillery pieces, just getting behind the lines and running around doing some damage. go ahead and look at the, let me find it here. I have to sort through a bunch of pictures to get to it. There we go. The team score here. You know, place middle of the pack there with damage. Nothing too fancy, but I mean, what do you expect when you're bottom of the pack? I'm not going to, you know, sit there and do the 2,500 damage that 110 did, but, you know, for a little scout, did quite a bit of damage at a few different things. I was pretty proud of it. You know, most of it was scouting, I'll say that now, but, you know, sometimes you can do pretty well, even at the bottom of the barrel, and that's kind of what this one was going to show you, is that, you know what, if you just worry about, you know, making smart moves and timing your attacks right, you can do pretty well even when you seemingly don't have a standard chance in the world. So we'll move on to, as soon as I can find it here, the detailed report. There we go. So 682 damage, not bad. 1 hit received, 17 shots fired, 15 hits, 12 pins, and of course spotting damage for 187. So nothing too major, which is surprising. I got a mastery off that, but hey, I'm not one to argue. So we'll go ahead and jump into the next little video here, and I'll continue my conversation. Alright, so where was I? Something about raging on Twitter and Facebook. Oh yeah. So I need to really just get away from the whole efficiency numbers and trying to buff my stats, because quite honestly, the only one who ever cares about your stats is just you. And if other people are going to judge you based on your stats, then well, too effing bad, because who cares? It doesn't really go to show you everything. No one's going to, like, a game, never judge a person by their stats in a game. It doesn't really tell you a lot. I know I sometimes preach that, hey, I can determine based on stats how, whoa, that's a lot of spotting, just based on someone's stats if I can rely on them, and that was air quotes used there, or not. But even that's a false stat. Stats can easily be padded one way or the other, and even then it doesn't go to show you the circumstantial stuff that happens. I mean, there's plenty of times where, you know, you could do absolutely 0 damage, but you held up an entire column by yourself by just tracking people left and right. Or stupid stuff like that don't even get reflected in any sort of way in this game. I mean, who's to say that, you know, like right now I spotted everybody and I could potentially hold them all in this corner and all our tanks can sweep around the A1 area and they would all be held here because they were afraid of me. That would never get measured. Stuff like that, the circumstantial stuff. Yeah, it does happen infrequently, but you know what? The end result, and I know I'm blabbing on and on and on here, but end result is I think I've been focusing too much on my own statistics instead of just having fun with the game, and that's leading to a lot of my burnout. And then in addition, yeah, I get frustrated that, you know, the teams are bad, blah blah blah, matchmaker sucks, this, that, or the other thing. But, you know, I need to worry about making the best of my situation, just playing to enjoy it, and not worrying so much about judging my stats and how others like you all will view me based on my stats. Because quite honestly, no one cares about stats when it comes to it. Everyone's more worried about their own. And I learned this about public speaking back when I was in college, and this is how I got over public speaking real quick and easy, is that no one honestly cares what you're doing. They're busy worrying about themselves more than anything else in the world. So once you realize that, you know, during your speech, everyone's worried about their own speech, or relieved and then, you know, kicking back and not caring because they already finished their speech, or in this, everyone's worried about their own stats to be judging you based on your stats, except those who are sitting back and just playing the game for fun. And that's really what I need to move to, is don't worry about the game so much as just playing it for fun. And I mean, that'll help move me back into getting, you know, more into the game, more enjoying the game, and not worrying so much about, hey, I need to do well, I need to go for these cap points, I need to go for these defense points, and if I'm not playing on my top game, then this game is terrible, and blah blah blah. I need to focus on just taking a breather, sitting back, enjoying the game as, you know, just a nice little break here and there, you know, play 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 matches, then, you know, going off and doing something else. Or, you know, just fit in a match in between other stuff. Not sitting here, okay, between the hours of doubles rollover, which is 8 o'clock Eastern for me, until, you know, 9:30 when I go and get on the Xbox, and then when I get off the Xbox at 11, then sitting on until midnight to complete my doubles. It has to get done in that time frame. Now, just be like, hey, I got some time between, I just sat down and ate dinner at 6:30, so I'll go ahead and swing on, for a match or two here and there, and then worry about, enjoying it for fun and playing with friends instead of raging that, oh man, if I don't get all this done, it's the end of the world, and if I don't get this performance rating within, this day, that I'm gonna lose a rank or this or the other. That doesn't matter. And that's something a lot of people need to come to realize is, what, there's no point. I'm just as guilty as anyone else about raging, and I do a very good job, though, of not saying anything to my team. If you ever really notice or find me in a game, it is a rarity that I actually say anything. 9 times out of 10, I don't even read the chat. And that can actually be a bad thing, because I know a lot of you people, or you guys, sorry, and subscribers and viewers of mine, if you see me in a game, you'll say hi, and I don't want it to be like I'm ignoring you. It's just generally I do not read the chat unless someone points it out or I just so happen to glance at it. I absolutely refuse to comment about teams being, oh, you suck, or oh, you should do this, or oh, this, that, or the other thing. The only time I'll ever really comment is if someone's saying something and I just want to add a little bit of sarcastic quib, or if I want to make a quick joke at something that somebody said, or if someone did a good job of assisting me with a shot or landing a nice artillery shell, then of course I'll say something to the fact of nice shot or so on and so forth. Rarely ever. I do my damnedest not to be negative at all. I go out of my way to not be negative, and that's something a lot of people should work on. There's a lot of negativity in games, and it really doesn't help people. And I found myself messing with something like that in StarCraft yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Playing a tower defense game. Some guy was new to it and asking how to play, and then our entire team was like, you should just leave. I was like, well, that's helpful. So the guy's never going to learn how to play, and that teaches people to either A, keep their mouth shut and never learn, or cause us all to lose, or, just get disinterested in the game. And so, having excellent shots here as I keep rolling back and forth on this object, sitting here just taking a random shot at his belly, because I don't know if he can hit me or not, but anyway, it's just man, such an interesting little game here. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so somebody was asking for help and advice, and it's like, I only played maybe 10 games of this before, so I'm by no means an expert. So I told him what I knew, and I recommended some things to do, and that's the best I could do, but that was a hell of a lot more than the rest of the team was doing. They were just sitting there complaining and saying, you should leave the game, you don't know how to play, you're going to cause us to lose. And it's like, well, that's helpful. Thanks. So that teaches people to basically not communicate, and that's not the point. You really should offer up to help each other, teach each other new stuff, and gaming's gaming. We're not competing here in these public matches. It's not like we're sitting here playing clan wars or anything. So I can understand raging in clan wars, because then you're actually playing for fat loots and whatnot, which I haven't gotten into since we tried it that one time about a year ago. But overall, it's it's a game. We're really going to argue and complain about a game here. Yeah, I know I'll rage behind the mic, or, I'll say something on TeamSpeak about people, but that's just human nature. But to call people out in-game, that's a little above and beyond. I need to step away from it. Yeah, I'm being all preachy and whatnot, but I could personally do better. And a lot of it stems from my own anger at my own performance. And that's what a lot of it is a lot of it comes from people's anger at their own performance, wishing they should have done better, because then that would have made all the difference in the world. And it's something that I'm still struggling with, but at least I do a good job of not, calling it out in game chat. And wow, that was a lucky little strike against his tracks there. And of course, getting the already on them. Perfect. Track him in the open. Couldn't have done that one any better. But where was I? I digress a lot. So, yeah. Moral of the story, don't rage. Raging's bad. Bad for your health. Just accept the game for the fun that it is and, move on from there. So, anyway, where was I with this game? Stuff was going on. Stuff was dying. I don't even know if I was in a platoon. Nope, no platoon. So, yeah. Anyway. kind of forgot where I was now. Yeah. Welcome to the story of my life. I forget what the heck's going on quite often. Oh, low roll. But, yeah, so, no rage. Moving on. Happy times in the game. Work to improve my performance. Not worry so much about the game anymore. And, just generally have fun. Oh, so, yeah. Where was I? I don't want to get into the next part of this. I'll get into the whole, what I've been, the progression of my channel, and then from there I'll have a huge live streaming announcement which I'll, just touch on, because it's not really going to matter to people watching this in the future because they won't really care. So I'll kind of save that for later. Maybe I'll make that a separate video. Yeah, I'll make that a separate video then. And then that way I can have 3 of these battles and then save one for the actual announcement. But more or less, if you're watching this now, and the rarity that you're going to watch in the future, on March the 30th, a lot of people have been asking, hey, I know you play Flames of War and Bolt Action and all this tabletop stuff. Are you ever going to be able to do a Let's Play or something on that? And when's your next live stream? So, hey, lo and behold, I'm doing a charity live stream thing that I'm, doing all the coordination for Wounded Warrior program in the United States. One for the Europeans, I don't remember what it is, and then one for the Australian and New Zealand group. I don't remember what they are. I will have that information actually in the actual live stream announcement. But that's on March the 30th. We'll be doing tabletop games, so I'll be playing Flames of War. I'll have all my armies out. And then we'll be doing Bolt Action, and we'll also be doing board games and whatnot else. And maybe I'll squeak in some World of Tanks and some, StarCraft and everything else if there's not really too much going on. The internet connection's reliable enough that I can do that. So, yeah, once this tank dies here, then that should wrap it up there. But, yeah, so as I was saying, that's what I've, been prepping for, what I've been working on here, and that's why a lot of my time's been eaten up. But, yeah, I'll actually get to what's going on with the channel here as soon as this round ends eventually. I'd assume it's going to end at some point in time here, either in 10 or 11 seconds. But yeah, overall, not a bad game at all. As you can see, I did quite a bit of damage, darn near 3,000, on top of all those spots I had. So we'll go ahead and check out the stats on this one and move into the final replay as soon as this ends here any day now. And there we go. Alright, time to check out the stats. Okay, so not a bad game at all here. As you can see, I got Sniper, a ton of spots. What is that? 6, 7, and then a 8th thing down below we can't see spots. A little bit of spotting damage there. Quite a few hits. Doesn't look like any destroys shown there. Just all damages. So, moving on to the team score when I can find it. There we go. 2,000 and, 2,800 some odd damage from what I can see. Top experience by the look of it. I can't fully read it. I'm looking at a very small picture of it, sadly. But as you can see there, top experience, mostly from all that spotting and spotting damage. Let's go ahead and move on to the detailed report as soon as I can find you, which is not there. I have all these pictures arranged completely uselessly. Alright, where are you? There's that. Man, I can't find it to save my life. Anyway, let me see. Is that it? No. No. That it? No. That it? No. Yes, there we go, finally. Alright, so detailed report. All my hits landed except for one. A few of them didn't do anything, but not too bad. I received 7 hits, not too big. And, yeah, detected, is that 8 enemies? Nice. So, what is Scout? Scout is 9. So, dang, I just missed out. Then enemies damaged by spotting 6 of them. So, just short of patrol duty as well. And then 1 enemy destroyed. So not bad at all. Damage done on detecting 3,000. So there you go. Going in that little spot with the medium was fantastic idea. Worked out real well there. So worked out, I'd say that round went pretty well. And of course, like I said, I ranted to you guys a little bit. So I hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay and behind my ranting. Now we'll actually get to a real battle here as we continue at this point. Alright, so minor recording start weirdness aside, We have a fantastic little game here in my Ferdinand. Little unupgraded, still rocking the 10.5 on this thing, but now I actually have the 12.8, which is awesome. So anyway, just to cut to the chase about the whole channel and what's going on with it, as opposed to boring people out, I'll make it real quick, so that way people in the future can be like, what the hell's going on in that channel? It doesn't matter now. But anyway, so as you see, I'm doing a bunch of different games now. I've slowly started to pick it all up, not focusing primarily on tanks anymore. I have a good smattering of different things. Let me rephrase that. Of course, I'm solely focusing on tanks primarily, but now I have other games in there as well that I'd like to do. So, I'm actually going to try and get a schedule to it. It's a little bit random of a schedule, but it is what it is. That's going to be, as you can see right now, I have PlanetSide in there. I'm going to randomly sprinkle War Thunder and World of Tanks are my major two. I'm going to do StarCraft until I complete it. Gears of War comes out, so I'm going to get that as well and put that in there. And I'll just sprinkle random things in here and there and everywhere. Try and get a little rotation of every other day having a World of Tanks or War Thunder video. And then also mix in there some other random stuff as we go. Taking weekends off on occasion. But yeah, so just a little bit of change up, trying to get a little bit of variety in there, do some different stuff. Hope you guys enjoy it and that you have some fun with it as much as I'm having fun with it. And of course, that's kind of the point of it, just to expose everyone to new games, different games I'm playing and whatnot else. A lot of people kept asking about PlanetSide, so I finally decided to, just record me playing a little bit here and there. Can't seem to record me flying in it anywhere though, because I lagged that just completely. Just computer dies whenever I fly and record, but that's because I probably have the whole game set on way too high. I'm sure if I really tweaked with it, I can get it knocked down quite a bit. So I might have to tweak with it a bit, because it is kind of frame ratey whenever I get into large battles. So I could probably reduce it and do a heck of a lot better. So I'll probably end up doing that. But anyway, on to the battle at hand, because no one in the future probably cares about that update, because they'll be like, I'll be playing God knows what at that point in time. And we'll wonder if World of Tanks is still around, or World of War ships is around, or whatnot else. So anyway, where are we? In the battle with the Ferdinand and the 10.5. Still a fantastic gun. The Ferdinand doesn't have any bad options. Even the 88's pretty good on this thing. But when you add it all up, that 12.8 is just stellar. Is it the 12.8? I might be calling it wrong. The largest gun, the third option that you get, is absolutely phenomenal. The thing takes just so much penetration and damage against targets, and I think it's the Jagdtiger gun as well. So it's just a fantastic gun to get and learn and use, and it does great damage, great pin, averaging about 500. I've seen a lot of low rolls though, so could be worse, but overall I really like it. But then again, I also like the Ferdinand in general. Whoever suggested this to me, which was pretty much everybody, definitely steered me the right direction. The Ferdinand is just such a good tank, and I really do enjoy it. And it's just the fact that it has fantastically awesome armor if it's in the top tier. It'll sit there and bounce quite a bit. But in addition to that, just the gun on it, all of them are deadly accurate, decently fast firing, and of course, a crap ton of damage. Just averaging between 350 and 400 usually. Now I gotta get over to the base and start helping out here, because we're getting swarmed over there. Being the slow lumbering beast this thing is, I have to very cautiously pick my movements. So there's an elk over here that I gotta finish off, but sadly there's a 49 in the way. But yeah, scored the kill right in time for the 41 to survive. Now to go focus on taking out people capping the base. Just gotta be careful though and sneak my shots in over the top of people. Of course, the SU-100 there, easy kill. Just getting little bits and pieces of them here and there. Little SU-122 sitting there behind that tank. Just a little bit of squeak shot there if I were to make it, but nope. So now I have even less of a squeak shot I gotta put this thing through. And lo and behold, bam! Right through like the wrecked hull and the wrecked turret. To kill the guy who was sitting there capping. We actually have two clanmates on the other team. One of them just got killed. Oh no, that was a teammate. Zorro's on the other team, and he's rocking his WZ-31. So he is on the other team. I keep forgetting about that in this battle. Just a fantastic little I just still can't get over the fact that I was able to squeak that little shot in. That was a beauty. Probably, it's possible, but woo. Talk about getting it when you need it. Now, as to why this ISU is looking the other way as opposed to looking at me is beyond kind of a question there. I guess he's going after the Persian, but he's allowing himself to just get hit in the side over and over and over by me, and now he's really hurting. Well, he's not even looking at me still. Put another shot into him to hit him. So just doing more and more damage. I'm up to 3 kills. Got a low cresting the hill. As soon as he crests, though, he's in trouble. Then here's the WZ coming straight at me. Got the 29 down below. See if I can't hit him for some damage. So the majority of them are dead ahead. They're the main threats. They're the only 3 still viable. Then there's artillery. That SU-8, who is just absolutely destroying people, already has 5 kills. And then just me with my 3. I gotta hope he runs out of ammunition. He's hurting everybody pretty bad. And he's a very good player, so gotta give him credit on that one. But that low's almost dead. There's where's the 29? He should be around this corner somewhere. Now, if we can only find the WZ, because he's the other threat. He is somewhere around here. Of course, there's the 29. There's the WZ. Trying to sneak past me, but quick hit, lit him on fire. He puts it out, which I was surprised. I actually asked him about that after the fact, as to why he put it out with such a match going against him. And he said he did it just on instinct. And right there, the SU-8 going for his 6th kill to try and kill me, and instead he hits Zaro square in the face. And I get a lucky medal out of that one, because he just straight up knocks him out. And of course there are just comment for the thanks for the lucky. That was absolutely hilarious, because otherwise I might have been in trouble with that WZ wailing on me before I could do anything. So, go for the other kill here, killing the 29. But I got lucky getting that lucky. That artillery shell could have hit me easily, and instead it hit Zaro square on. Talk about luck. That truly was the definition of lucky. That wasn't just a poor shot by the artillery. That was it blatantly missing me and direct hitting the scout that could have easily damaged and killed me. So you can't get much better than that. As we charge into their base, you see almost 4,000 damage that I've seen so far. Not bad at all. So the AMX 5100 is going to sit back at base. Probably a smart move there. Don't want to risk them coming around behind us and taking us out with an easy cap when there's no way I can get back to base in time. Probably no way the T-34 can get back to base in time. Pershing's already overextended, so charge ahead, hope for the best, leave the AMX back at base to take him out if need be. But you know what? Fantastic little squeaker shot. I can't get over that still. Great little shot, great lucky by the artillery hitting him, clearing out what could have easily been a Top Gun for him, killing me. So just charge at the base, go for the win. See if you can't spot the artillery. Hoping that they haven't moved anywhere is the key thing here. But without knowing where they were initially, we can't really even begin to guess where they are. I, of course, am always assuming they're back in the back corner. That's just habit as to where I would be. But, of course, by now they're probably in the magical forest or directly in front of me. So a shot that had very low chance of missing clearly misses. So going right at him. Took a hit for a good amount of damage. Killed him. Moving on to the next tank, which is the, I'm assuming that was the SU-8 that nailed me. So let's see if I can find him, because he hit me directly on. I don't think he actually hit me. Of course, they're saying, good call letting me scout. Oh well. But yeah, getting on cap, because you know what? Need cap points. And there's the SU-8 way out there. Try and get that kill in there. Got him. Top Gun. 4,400 damage seen on top of that lucky and everything else. Let's go look at the stats to that phenomenal game. Okay, so right there as you see it, 3,000 experience, not bad at all. 50,000 credits, pretty good. Top Gun, lucky, which is probably my first and only lucky that I'll have for quite a while. Those are pretty rare, or at least it takes a pretty lucky hit from the enemy artillery to have that happen, because it requires that a tank gets killed by enemy artillery that is an enemy tank within 10 meters of you to get that medal. And that really takes a unlucky shot on their part to get that. So hey, I'm going to take it. It's pretty cool. And of course, sniper, because, well, I always am good at placing and aiming my shots. But as you can see there, I hit, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9 people shown, easily 10 or 11 people. So, yeah, because there's only 4 shown killed. So, wow. Talk about hitting damn near everybody on the enemy team. Gosh, wow. Huh, pretty good. Hitting 17 out of 20 shots. Let's go ahead and look at the team score over here. And as you can see, 4,600 total damage. That's insane. And 1,000 experience. That was awesome. And right below me, Gilly there with 2,600. So really good battle there in that Ferdinand. And that only further proves whoever told me to play the Ferdinand, spot on. Tank is fantastic. I love it. So we're going to move on to the, what is this? The detailed report here as soon as I can find it. There we go. 20 shots, 17 hits, 17 pins, 0 bounces. What about that? So hits received 4. Doesn't give me the damage, potential damage received. That's on the 8.4 version of the game. Enemies damaged 11. Enemies destroyed 6. Pretty good. Damage undetecting next to none, because pretty much by the time I'd see them or damage them, they would have been spotted by somebody else. So 11 cap points, 13 defense points with that really sneaky shot that I made. Overall, fantastic game. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you guys for tuning into this Let's Play. Just kind of random ranting and just chit-chatting with you guys. Maybe next episode I'll do like a Q&A or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do have an episode I could do a little bit of Q&A. So if you have any Q&A sort of stuff, I will post about it on Facebook and Twitter. So reply to me there or reply in this video if you have any questions in addition to anything else. So, alright guys, and of course I will announce that live stream more officially probably this weekend. So, thanks for tuning into this episode of my Let's Play here. I'll catch you guys in the next one.